Welcome to AI Brief, episode 240. I'm Amy.
And I'm Leah. Great to be diving into the latest AI news with you all.
Absolutely. Today, we've got quite a lineup. We're looking at Google's new Pixel phones. They seem packed with AI.
Definitely. And then there's this really cool NASA and IBM project using AI to understand the sun better.
Plus, Gemini moving into smart homes with Nest, and a bunch of other updates and tools you'll want to know about.
Lots to cover. So where should we start? Pixel.
Let's do it. Google's Made by Google event just happened, and the Pixel 10 lineup sounds, well, ambitious on the AI front.
Ambitious is right. They're really pushing this new Tensor G5 chip, and they mentioned, what, over 20 integrated AI features?
20. That's not just throwing in a feature or two.
Yeah.
Feels like a major shift. So what are the big ones? What actually changes things for, the average person using it?
Okay, so one of the headline features is this advanced conversational photo editing. Forget menus. You just talk to your photos.
Talk to your photos. How does that work?
You use natural language prompts, like instead of fiddling with sliders, you might say, make the background blurrier, but keep my dog sharp, or give this sunset a more golden hour feel.
Huh. That sounds intuitive. Is that the nano banana thing we heard whispers about?
That's the rumor. A powerful on-device model, supposedly tailored for image stuff, means it all happens right there on your phone. No cloud needed for that specific task, which is great for privacy and speed.
Right. On-device is a big theme here, it seems. What else? You mentioned Gemini Live getting an upgrade.
Yeah, visual guidance. Imagine pointing your phone at, say, a flat-pack furniture instruction manual you're stuck on.
Ooh, don't remind me.
Huh. Well, the AI could potentially overlay visual cues right onto the screen, guiding you. Like arrows pointing, insert tab A here.
Okay, that could actually be useful, almost like AR help.
Exactly. And then there's Magic Cue. This one sounds really interesting for day-to-day stuff. It proactively pulls info from your other apps.
Proactively. Like how?
So maybe you get a message asking about meeting up. Magic Cue could see a related booking in your calendar or an email confirmation for a restaurant reservation, and then suggest a reply that includes those details automatically.
Okay, that is smart. Connecting the dots between apps without you having to manually search.
Precisely. Less juggling apps, more seamless assistance. And speaking of seamless, the voice translate feature sounds pretty wild.
Right, real-time translation during calls. How many languages?
10 languages initially, but the really impressive part, it keeps the speaker's actual voice. It doesn't sound robotic.
No way. So it translates what they say, but it still sounds like them.
That's the claim. Imagine international calls feeling that much more natural. No awkward, stilted translation voice. That's a huge leap.
Definitely. So this all comes back to that Tensor G5 chip, right? What makes it so capable?
Well, Google's saying it delivers 60% faster AI processing compared to the last one. And crucially, it runs a 4 billion parameter Gemini Nano model completely on device.
4 billion parameters on the phone itself.
Yep. That's a pretty sophisticated AI living locally. It allows for these complex features, like the photo editing and maybe parts of Magic Cue, to run without constantly sending your data off the device. Big privacy implications there.
Huge. It really feels like they're drawing a line in the sand about on-device capability versus relying purely on the cloud. Any other Pixel features worth mentioning quickly?
Sure. There's an AI-powered Pixel Journal app, deeper integration with Notebook LM for notes, and, as you'd expect, more AI smarts in the camera system itself.
And the models, what are the options?
You've got the Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro, and a larger Pixel 10 Pro XL. Pricing starts around $799 and goes up to $1,199 depending on the model and specs.
Okay, so big picture, this feels like Google is really trying to differentiate itself through AI, not just adding it on, almost taking a shot at competitors.
It seems that way. Rick Osterloh, their head of devices, made some comments about broken promises elsewhere in the industry regarding AI phones. So yeah, they're definitely positioning this as delivering real, tangible AI features now, while others might still be, let's say, figuring things out.
Right, setting a high bar. Okay, let's shift gears from AI in our pockets to AI looking at the sun. NASA and IBM. Tell me about Surya.
Surya. Yeah, this is fascinating. It's what they call an AI foundation model. Basically, a very large, versatile AI trained on a massive data set, in this case, 9 years of solar observations from NASA.
9 years of sun data. Wow. What's the goal?
Predicting solar flares and space weather, and apparently it's doing it really well.
How well? And why is that so important?
It analyzed millions of images from NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory. The result, it can forecast solar eruptions with 16% better accuracy than existing methods. That's a significant jump.
16%.
Okay.
And that matters because...
Because solar flares can wreak havoc, they can knock out satellites, disrupt power grids on Earth, and even pose radiation risks to astronauts. Think of the cost if a major solar storm hits our increasingly satellite-dependent world.
Right. GPS, communications, all that.
Exactly. Surya tracks things like sunspots and solar wind speed, and it can analyze multiple wavelengths of light at once, spotting subtle warning signs humans might miss.
So it's like an early warning system for space weather.
Pretty much. And crucially, NASA and IBM have open-sourced the model on Hugging Face.
Oh, interesting. So researchers everywhere can use it.
Yep. Helps accelerate research and potentially build even better prediction tools. It's not just about protecting our tech, though that's huge, especially with more commercial spaceflight.
Yeah.
It also helps us fundamentally understand our star better.
Incredible stuff. Okay, so from protecting us from space weather to making our homes smarter, let's talk about Gemini coming to Google Nest devices.
Right. Google's planning to replace the current Google Assistant with Gemini on Nest speakers and displays later this fall.
Replacing it entirely. So what does Gemini bring to the smart home?
Essentially, much more advanced conversational AI. Think Gemini Live capabilities and better awareness across multiple devices.
So less robotic commands, more natural conversation.
That's the idea. Gemini for Home is designed to understand more complex requests, even multiple things in one sentence, without you needing that really rigid phrasing we sometimes use now.
Give me an example.
You could maybe say, okay, Google, turn on the living room lights, set the temperature to 70 degrees, and remind me to take out the trash tonight, and it should just get it.
Okay, that'd be nice.
And Gemini Live opens up possibilities like asking for dinner ideas based on, I don't know, what it thinks is in your smart fridge, or maybe helping you troubleshoot a connected appliance just by talking about the problem.
Sounds much more like a helpful assistant. Is this rolling out to everyone free, paid?
They're planning both free and paid tiers. There will be an early access preview program starting in October, with a wider rollout expected after that.
This feels like it ramps up the competition in the smart home space quite a bit, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You've got Amazon constantly updating Alexa with more AI, Samsung building out its whole AI ecosystem for appliances, rumors about Apple's plans. It's heating up fast. We're still pretty early in terms of truly useful AI hardware in the home, but the pace of improvement is really quickening.
Definitely a space to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've hit the big headlines. Let's cover some of the other significant AI news floating around. What else caught your eye?
Well, Anthropic just bundled Claude Code into its enterprise offerings.
Claude Code, the coding assistant.
Yeah. Now it integrates directly with their regular Claude chatbots, so businesses could, for example, feed customer feedback into Claude, and it could automatically suggest or even generate code changes for their product. Puts them right up against Google and GitHub in that space.
Interesting move for enterprise. What else? There was something about NVIDIA in China.
Yeah, that's a bit tricky. Remarks by the U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick apparently didn't go down well in Beijing. He seemed to suggest selling slightly less powerful chips to China was a strategic win.
Ooh, tricky.
Right. And now, reports suggest Chinese regulators are pushing major tech firms there, like Alibaba and ByteDance, to move away from NVIDIA's H20 processors, the ones designed to comply with U.S. export rules. Could cost NVIDIA billions if that happens. Shows how intertwined tech and geopolitics are.
Definitely. Anything on the OpenAI front? GPT-6.
Sam Altman mentioned it briefly, said the focus for GPT-6 will be on memory, making it better at remembering context over longer interactions. And interestingly, he suggested it might arrive sooner than the gap we saw between GPT-4 and 5.
Faster development cycles. And what about AI in sports?
Microsoft and the NFL are expanding their partnership. They plan to use AI more broadly in officiating, player scouting, team operations, even crafting new fan experiences.
AI refs.
Maybe.
I get, but interesting application.
Also, new hardware keeps popping up. A startup launched Halo AI smart glasses with always-on listening. Another contender in that space.
And Google's not done. Fitbit's getting a Gemini health coach.
Yeah, teased for Fitbit. It aims to give truly personalized fitness, sleep, and wellness advice based on your specific data, moving beyond just tracking steps.
Sounds promising.
Oh,
But is all this AI actually delivering results for businesses?
that's a good question. An MIT initiative called NANDA released a study finding that only about 5% of enterprise AI projects are currently driving actual revenue.
Only 5%. Why so low?
They point to things like gaps in understanding how to use AI effectively and problems with integrating it properly into existing workflows. It's a reminder that just buying the tech isn't enough. You need the strategy and skills, too.
A reality check there. But the cutting edge keeps moving. Didn't OpenAI claim something about math?
Yes, Sebastian Bubek from OpenAI claimed GPT-5 Pro, likely an internal, more powerful version, was able to solve an open, complex mathematical problem, essentially proving new math. That shows serious reasoning capability, if true.
Wow. Okay, let's round this out with some trending tools people might want to check out.
Sure. First, DeepSeek V3.1. It's an updated language model, better intelligence, bigger context window, good for developers.
Then there's Chat Mode from 11 Labs. Lets you build text-only conversational AI agents quite easily.
Wonda from Wondercraft. That's an AI agent focused on helping create video and audio content, streamlining creative work.
April, this one lets you talk to your email inbox and calendar using AI. Hands-free management.
Could be handy. VoxDeck helps create presentations with AI, adding motion and visual flair.
Digen transforms images into videos complete with lip syncing. Interesting for content creators.
Dabe claims you can create custom AI agents for almost any task in just a minute. Quick agent building.
And lastly,
VibeScan, a tool for developers that scans code to find and help fix issues. Code quality helper.
great list.
Okay.
That was a packed deep dive. We saw Google loading up the Pixel with on-device AI, Gemini making home smarter, and even AI helping decode the sun with NASA and IBM.
Absolutely. From incredibly personal tech to, well, cosmic scale applications and everything in between, AI's reach is just undeniable now.
So if you found this useful, please follow AI Brief wherever you listen to your podcasts. We bring you these updates regularly.
And do share this with anyone you think might be interested, friends, colleagues. Understanding these changes is becoming more important every day.
And maybe think about this. As AI gets better at understanding us through voice, like with the new Pixel translation or context like Magic Q, and as it starts predicting complex systems like solar weather, how does that change our relationship with technology? Does it become a true partner, an advisor, or something else entirely? Definitely something to keep reflecting on.